right, we're gonna do some laundry, but first, I just turned the shower on, so I'm gonna hop in there in a second. We're gonna keep this really fast. So, for my first workout today, got in the gym, felt really good. What I did was, let's see if I can set this up so you can see. This is my little home studio setup. I went to the gymnasium for this. So, I haven't been taking care of my back and my knees the way I should, so I'm putting myself on a little 6-day program. And what I'm doing is I'm going 10 forwards, hip circles, 10 backwards, hip circles, 10 to the side, hip circles on both legs. So I'm 10 forward, 10 backwards, 10 to the side. Quick note is I'm dorsiflexing, meaning I'm pulling my toes up. And that really cinches up all the way through this. Love it. Immediately after that, I'm getting right here, getting all my toes, pressing my elbows outward, pulling my knees in, and squeezing the glutes. So I'm holding here for 60 seconds. When the 60 seconds goes off, then I got 15 pulses from the toes. From the side, it looks like here. I'm right here, and boom, boom, boom. My heels are still elevated. Everything is just driving from the toes. After that, I elevate a foot. I put this guy right here, pull this heel to my butt, and I get a nice big stretch throughout this whole side. So I do it on both sides. So what it looks like is here, heel to the butt, stretch all this. Good. So that's one of the exercises. I do 4 rounds of that. Immediately after, I do my hip circles. I go here, I get into a lunge, heel elevated here for 60 seconds. After 60 seconds, I'm driving 15 times here. And same thing, I'm getting into the hip flexor stretches again, boom, boom. The last thing I do my hip circles. I go foot here, again, driving through that toes. I'm here for 60 seconds. 15 reps right here, and again doing my hip flexor stretches. With all the sitting we do, or at least that I do, I really need to focus on opening up my hip flexors, especially I've got a challenging lower back. I don't want to call it a bad lower back, but I've got really badly herniated discs in L4, L5, and S1. It's been like that since the surfing accident when I was 19. So everything I do all day is sitting. I'm at a computer. I'm watching somebody do their workout. I'm right here. I'm sitting in a chair. I'm sitting driving. So it's super important, and I haven't been good about this lately, about ungluing, opening that up. So people might object and go, hey, Derek, I've heard so many things about stretching, dynamic stretching, static stretching. I heard that static stretching is bad. Okay, most of the time I would say it is, and except when it comes to jumping and or just keeping the hips open, okay? I don't ever want to go here and try to touch my toes or anything like that. I don't want to over lengthen my hamstrings or anything like that. But with everything we're doing day to day, that's crunching us in here and internally rotating the shoulders and pulling us into this really compressed position, I think it's only natural and appropriate that we work on really trying to create the space here. And the best way to do that, best way to accomplish that, is to keep hitting it with a static hip flexor stretch. It doesn't matter if it's here, if you're pulling this guy here, opening up, anything that's gonna allow length and maintain this length through here. The last thing we want to do is be walking around like old people. What's the number one sign of an old person? So they're here. They're walking kind of like Quasimodo, hunchback of just no fun. So, gotta open up. The big thing with these iPads and our phones is it's compressed our whole world. It's made it very, very small, right? What we want to do is just open up. However we want to accomplish that's great. I mean, you've got different methods of opening up the whole frame, but it's not just about opening up the shoulders, which I know everyone thinks about, It's about opening up the shoulders and the hips, and then the body can blossom from there. It can kind of uncoil and bloom once we open up the shoulders and the hips. But most notably the hips, especially for guys I know who've got a little bit challenging lower backs. The hips, they tighten up to keep everything safe for the body, right? But you got to show yourself that you can create that length and maintain that length and still get into all these good positions, even if you've got a compromised lower back. So I'm gonna hop in the shower, get ready for dinner, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Let's do this. All right, about to go to bed. It's past 11, so I'm tired, but just finished my reading. And it's all about not listening to the voices in your head. You don't have to believe them. If you think you're an imposter, if you think you suck at something, don't worry. Just do it anyway. Do it scared, do it, and do it some more. Eventually, you're going to build confidence and you're going to build momentum until you actually do have competence and things are going to be working in your favor. So that's all I got for you tonight. I will see you tomorrow.